Today, I'll be talking about the Poseidon X gravel bike. A few months back, I started looking into gravel bikes in the sub $1,000 category. I like the Poseidon because of its carbon fiber fork and internally routed cables, which is something you would typically only see on a bike at a much higher price point. Poseidon's website boasts high-quality, affordable bikes that are sold direct from the manufacturer as a way to keep the price low. I was looking for a bike that would fit my budget at the moment, but that I could make upgrades to over time, and having those features in the frame made this an ideal bike to make updates and upgrades to over time. The Poseidon X comes in at $700 and features a micro-shift drivetrain with a 10-speed group set and Tektro mechanical disc brakes. The bike comes with Kenda small block 700 by 35 tires, but has clearance for tires up to 40 millimeters. The bike has plenty of locations on the frame to mount fenders, water bottle cages, or front or rear racks, and the bike comes in at a total weight of 32 pounds. Shipping time was great, coming in only about a week, and I found the assembly process to be pretty simple, although I would not recommend this bike to someone with little or no experience with basic bike maintenance unless getting assistance from a friend or a local bike shop. I was surprised with how well the drivetrain was tuned, and it needed little adjustment outside of some minor tweaks to the limit screws on the front and rear derailleurs. After a bit of tuning and some lubrication, I found that the disc brakes were the area that needed the most attention, and it took about half an hour of adjusting and tuning to get ready for the first ride. I could tell during that first ride that they would need some additional adjusting. Some immediate upgrades that I made were some clipless pedals, a water bottle cage, and a Wahoo Element bike computer, as well as a speed and cadence sensor. This being a budget bike, I just ended up going with some cheap clipless pedals off Amazon. I will most likely upgrade these in the near future. After getting a couple miles on my first test ride, I found that the bike was easy to handle, and aside from needing some minor adjustments, it was fairly comfortable. Many of the online comments that I read talked about the weight of the bike and that it was a bit on the heavy side. However, for a weekend fun bike, I have no doubt that this will suit my needs. The brakes seem to smooth out and become a bit more responsive after getting a few miles on them. I'm used to the hypersensitive hydraulic disc brakes on my mountain bike, and I can tell that the brakes will be one of the first upgrades that I make. I could also tell that the wheels would need some truing and that upgrading the tires would help improve some of the handling. I found that the bike handled fairly well on hard-packed gravel, dirt, and mud, but ironically it struggled a bit on loose gravel or stone. The handlebar wrap that comes from the factory was a bit uncomfortable, but will be an easy upgrade, and I found that the shifters were a bit cumbersome, but provided smooth shifting and will do fine for the time being. The bike will simply not compare with some of the higher-end Cannondale or Salsa gravel bikes. However, if you're looking to get into a gravel bike for less than $1,000, this could be a good option for someone who wants to ride on the weekends or periodically between road or mountain bike rides. I think I'll be hanging onto this bike for a while and have some fun doing some minor upgrades and riding it along some of the local rail trails, and maybe even venture into some overnight bike packing trips. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to see more videos as I put more miles on this bike as well as hitting the mountain bike trails.